Welcome back. This is the third installment in our series, A Moment for Life, where we break down the pro-life argument into smaller segments so that we can better understand, better articulate, and better defend the pro-life position. Today we're going to answer the question, what makes human beings valuable? We began this series by looking at 4 essential questions that helped shape and guide our pro-life argument. We saw that what makes human beings valuable was the second of these 4 questions. Before we begin to answer this question, we need to establish a couple of parameters. First, whatever it is that gives human beings value can't be something that is arbitrary. For if we allow an arbitrary condition to ground our human equality and our human value, then we must necessarily allow for an arbitrator to decide what that condition is. This leaves our entire notion of equality and value up to the whim of the arbitrator. This certainly can't be a worldview that grounds any real notion of equality and value. Second, whatever it is that makes human beings valuable is something that all human beings have to share. Because if all human beings don't share it, then all human beings aren't valuable. There would be some human beings with value and some human beings without value. History is littered with the carnage of this worldview. The fact that some human beings would have value and some human beings wouldn't have value is precisely what supports the Holocaust, genocide, and slavery. We've rejected this view a long time ago. Lastly, whatever it is that makes human beings valuable is something that all human beings have to share equally. Because if it's something that comes in degrees, then we're back to how much of it is needed. Who decides how much? We're back to the arbitrator. We're back to an arbitrary situation. So what is it that all human beings share equally, and is not determined in an arbitrary manner? There's only one thing: our human nature. It is our human nature that determines our intrinsic value as human beings, and we have that human nature from the very moment we began to exist. Our intrinsic value as human beings cannot be redefined out of existence by our government, our courts, our doctors, or even our mothers. So the next time someone tells you that a human being only has value if she has sentience, or a heartbeat, or an ability to breathe air, or an address outside the womb, ask them why that matters. Ask them who got to decide that. Show them how arbitrary they're being. It's rather easy to do. The bottom line is that human beings are intrinsically valuable because they have a human nature, and they have that human nature from the very moment they come into existence. This view is logical, consistent, and is the only thing that can truly ground real equality and real value. As always, speak graciously but truthfully, every time, everywhere. I'll see you next time in the classroom. Thanks for watching and for taking a moment for life.